Chiodo is answering your good questions, and this week is a timely one.
A sixth grader in Florida was arrested after refusing to say the Pledge of Allegiance and calling the flag racist.
The student says the sub then asked why he doesn't find another place to live. The student then made a threat, so the teacher called police.
That student is charged with misdemeanor disruption and resisting arrest. The sub was let go from the district.
So are kids required to say the pledge? Joe Chiodo has the answer to tonight's good question.
That answer varies depending on the state where you live. In Florida, where that happened, there is a state statute requiring kids say the Pledge of Allegiance, but they can opt out with parents' permission. So what's the deal for Kansas and Missouri?
So today's going to run pretty much like regular.
Inside North Kansas City's Choteau Elementary,
and then punch a button.
The day begins
Here are the announcements for today.
when you hear this.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Choteau School Pledge.
Just like clockwork,
Do you do it every day?
Yeah.
the first grade students take it from there.
First, we put our hands on our heart.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
This is Terry Gitzborgstrom's 24th year of teaching. Or for this story,
How often have you been saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Is it every day?
Every day,
Every single day.
every day.
let's say her 4,320th pledge, give or take a few.
And to the republic for which it stands.
Mrs. GB, as her kids call her, says she uses the Stars and Stripes as a teaching lesson in the beginning of the year.
Eunice, do you have a question or a comment?
We took the good question all the way from first grade
Okay, question? Let's listen.
to UMKC. Alan Rostron is a UMKC professor of law.
Are schools required to say the Pledge of Allegiance? Here in Missouri and Kansas, it is required.
Required every day?
Yeah, it used to be required once a week in Missouri until about 2 years ago when the legislature amended it and made it a daily requirement.
To be specific, he tells me that requirement is simply that there be a designated time for the pledge to be said.
It is definitely not required in the sense of forcing any particular student to participate.
He says your First Amendment right protects a student if they choose not to say it. But there are 5 states right now that do not require time be set aside in the school day for the pledge: Vermont, Iowa, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Hawaii. Professor Rostron wasn't surprised we got this question.
Certainly more attention being paid to it, I'd put it that way.
From kneeling during the national anthem in the NFL to a Boy Scout recently taking a knee during the pledge.
It's coming in the midst of these partisan political times when people choose sides.
And back in Mrs. GB's class,
Yeah.
she says the pledge is an opportunity to work together.
But the bottom line is we all look different, sound different, but we are all on the same team.
Can I get a high five? There you go.
Which is why they not only say a pledge to our U.S. flag, but to their school as well.
Let's hear it. Choteau Dragon. I will do my personal best to be respectful, responsible, and be safe. Hear me roar.
You do the roar
You do the roar.
because dragons do roar, right?
Oh, yeah. We got it.
I did reach out to all the major public schools here in our area. All say they follow the state statutes here and do the pledge every day. Now, private schools are not required to say it, though all I talk to here in our area say they choose to. If you have a question, email me at goodquestion@kctv5.com.